Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals. I'm here with some exclusive content for the ESET UK Masters. Of course the finals are up and coming very closely. I will be casting them along with some other amazing people. There's some amazing players coming and I am looking at one of them here today. For those of you who haven't been watching the series, basically I am following all of the finalists, or I say following, I'm casting some of their games, I'm not hiding outside their houses or anything, and basically what I'm going to be doing is giving you a bit of insight into how they play, little few fun facts about them, just so if you're undecided who you're going to be rooting for come the 22nd of March and all the way through to the 25th of March, then hopefully this series should give you some help. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, check out the playlist with all the finalist videos, but let me introduce who we're looking at today. In the lower right position, the blue Terran player, it is ForGG. His opponent, up in the top left, we do have the red Terran player, it is Mercy. This means TvT is on Aquilon Waste. This is a huge map and potentially therefore this could be a very long game. They're both checking down the barracks in their main bases, so that is a plus side for this game going on a little bit longer, because otherwise it could potentially be a proxy racks or something like that. But yeah, while we're waiting to see what these two do, who knows anything about ForGG? Well, I'm going to tell you some stuff. He plays for Millennium, he's 23 and he's Korean. He's been in Code A, Code S of the GSL, and he's come second in some pretty big tournaments such as DreamHack Valencia, also the Electronic Sports World Cup. And the biggest, most interesting thing for this tournament is he actually got his seed through the second invitational qualifiers, okay? And he is, I believe, the only player to not lose a single map. He literally 2-0'd all of his opponents and then 3-0'd in the finals. That is how swish this guy is. So definitely someone to be watching. Let me know in the comments who you think could potentially kick him out, if anyone. And also on the TL thread, let's get some discussions going up on there. So at the moment, Reaper coming out for ForGG. Meanwhile, a SUV just wandering across the map, and a Marine for Mercy. Reapers rather, I was going to say Marauders for some reason. Reapers, they deal a good amount of damage in Wings of Liberty, and they're a bit slow. In Heart of the Swarm, they're very fast, but don't deal much damage, and also they heal out of combat. So a lot of Terran players in TvT opening up with some Reapers, just to get scouting information, just to harass, just to be annoying. If you've got good micro, you can really do very well with them. So, as we say, ForGG chucked down the tech lab very early on. He's still got one SCV in the gas, which is scouted by Mercy. Meanwhile, Mercy's gone up to 2 gas fairly early on as well. So these 2 gas, both with 3 SCVs in each, just means that this factory can come out so much sooner, essentially. And that is the big thing about the play. Reaper for ForGG is coming forward. There's a Reaper and a Marine there for Mercy though, which means that ultimately, unless the Reaper decides to come in through one of these side routes, is likely to die. And even if it doesn't die, it'll take quite a lot of damage, but that doesn't matter too much because you can pull out and you can defend. So as we can see, we've got that Reaper coming in and being like, no, not doing that, definitely not a good move. Combat drugs will start healing it up the longer it stays out of combat, and actually just looping around, really trying to confuse Mercy's Reaper. Just be like, hey, do you know what, come and chase me. If that's what you've got to do. The Marine trying to get a little bit of damage off the Reaper, does manage to get it into the main base, so sees the factory, sees the switch going on, sees the starport getting chucked down, and both gas. This is vital scouting information for the blue Terran player, and that Reaper's now healing up yet again. A good little dupe there. Oh my goodness, this is some athletic performance out of this Reaper right now, or at least his jetpacks at the very least. Command Center is now just complete for GG. He's also got down 2 additional barracks. Stim is a quarter done, but his big concern is ultimately that he has to hold off this Hellion play. It could also be 2 Hellions into 2 Widow Mines, but it's not going to be. It's going to be just 4 Hellions coming out fairly soon, with most probably a Medevac, could potentially be a Viking, but no, Medevac it is going to be, so some Hellion drops could be incoming. Meanwhile though, for the blue Terran player, he's got the Marauders coming out. He's producing currently 2 Marauders at a time in direct response to the Hellions that he saw coming down due to that single factory with the reactor on him. The Reaper getting pushed back, just getting a little read. What is ForGG doing? What has he got to defend this? The Reaper desperately trying to get in, does get taken down though. The Hellions may get the kills on the Marines, but a good little split saves one of them. That's always important. A Hellion goes down for that as well, so not a great trade. Meanwhile though, this is just a complete commitment. Hellbats, I believe, can morph straight away because this is before the patch change where they required the transformation servos upgrade from a tech lab on the factory. As such, these Hellions now, with the armory down, could potentially be a bit of a pain, but Hellbats are good. They're not so good they can take down Marauders though, so I still think ForGG's in a nice spot. His command center and natural base will be up far sooner than that of his opponent, about to land now. And basically speaking, this is now really ForGG's advantage. He's going to start pushing forward, and it's up to Mercy to try and hold it. Pumping out yet more, though, in terms of those Hellions. The medevac coming in, dropping the Hellbats down. The Hellbat drops very strong, but the 2 Marauders starting to clear out quite nicely. An instant reaction out of ForGG as well. But a pickup is it gonna redrop? Is it gonna just keep going? We'll wait to see. There's only the single Marine there. That's a bit of a problem, but at the same time, we see ForGG using Stim, just starting to engage up into these Hellbats, dealing a nice amount of damage. Of course, Hellbats do get healed by medevacs. That drop coming towards the natural base. It's coming down. A few more SCVs likely to die, but good control out of ForGG, instantly reacting to all of these drops and just dealing very nicely. Going to take out that add-on very fast. That, of course, is good fun. We see the production of the second Hellion does indeed stop, and well, all in all, while this push does get cleaned up, it's been very nice for the blue Terran, but he's lost quite a few workers behind this. He's losing more as we speak. 23-23 for the time being, but the next wave of the push is the really scary thing, and that could be the problem for Mercy. We can see, if we go to the units tab, that we've got 4 Hellbats and 1 Hellion up against 6 Marauders and 7 Marines. They're streaming across the map as we speak. Stim is done. As we can also see, Combat Shield and Concussive Shell are all finished. This is a very strong Marine Marauder force, and against only Hellbats, it could be a little bit difficult to deal with this, even with the medevacs there, even with the heal coming down, transforming into those awesome looking things in front of our eyes. But as we see Mercy, he's pulling back as far as he can, but the unit's already here. One of the damaged Hellbats gets taken out instantly for the cost of a single Marine, and as these reinforcements keep coming, it's going to get harder and harder. More are on the way across, but these Hellbats take some damage. A good Stim goes down, trying to spread his units as best he can to reduce the damage they take. Mercy being forced to pull those SCVs as quickly as possible, but ForGG, he takes out all of those Hellbats without losing really anything, and there comes down the GG from Mercy, and ForGG was the victor. So, quick reminder everyone before I dash off that, yeah, go to ESETUKMasters.com for all the latest tournament info, at ESETUKMasters on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all those sort of things. If you want to check me out, details are on screen right now. And of course, the TL thread would be great if you could jump over, leave your comments, let us know what you think of these finalists. Who do you reckon has got a spot of taking one of the high pole positions? Who's just going to really shake things up? Any dark horses? I know you'll tell us because you are all amazing. I'm Madals, thanks for watching and bye for now.